I'm Lara Kulcharsan and this is Newsfeed, your dose of what people are talking about online. Tension brews between two nuclear-armed neighbors, India and Pakistan, after a deadly attack that killed dozens in Pahalgam, Indian-administered Kashmir this week. India blames Pakistan for fueling cross-border attacks. Islamabad denies the allegations. As relations between both nations worsen, tit-for-tat reprisals are raising fears of a military conflict.
Ambassadors pulled, visas revoked, decades-long treaty annulled. What's happening between India and Pakistan? India-Pakistan relations have degraded following the deadly terror attack in Indian-administered Kashmir on April 22 that claimed the life of 26 people. Indian media and officials swiftly blamed Pakistan, alleging it aided cross-border armed groups like the Resistance Front, which claimed responsibility for the attack. Pakistan's foreign ministry rejected the accusations, stating India provided no evidence, urging New Delhi to avoid a reflexive blame game and cynical exploitation of the attack for political gain. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi vowed to pursue the attackers to the ends of the earth. India also suspended the Indus Water Treaty, a 1960 agreement governing the sharing of Himalayan river waters, critical for both nations' agriculture and energy for the first time ever. The move threatens Pakistan's agricultural lifeline and raises fears of economic disruption. India also closed the Attari border crossing, revoked visas for Pakistani nationals, including those on medical visas, and declared Pakistan's defense, naval, and air advisors in Delhi persona non grata, ordering their departure by April 29. Islamabad convened a rare National Security Committee meeting to review response to India's hastily taken, impulsive and impractical water measures. Pakistan then retaliated with countermeasures. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif's government condemned India's treaty suspension as water warfare. Federal Minister of Energy Awais Legari warned that any attempt to block water flow would be an act of war, promising a full-force response. Pakistan has also now suspended all trade with India, closed its airspace to Indian airlines, and declared India's defense advisors in Islamabad persona non grata.
India and Pakistan have fought 3 wars for control over the mountainous territory. Both control parts of the region, but claim it in full. But there are growing calls for Kashmir to be independent.
Self-determination is a human right, and this applies more to Kashmir than like almost any other place in the world. Now, Kashmir could very much disappear from Western media outlets overnight, which this has happened before, but all I want you to know is that this attack happened in India-occupied Kashmir. There is a context behind it, and the BJP in particular is pushing a narrative that Kashmir is dangerous, violent, and full of terrorists and needs to be put under control. And if that argument sounds familiar, it's because it literally is. Not only does the US use it to invade whatever country it wants to invade, but this is literally the same justification that Israel uses to occupy Palestine. And it isn't a coincidence. India under the BJP is unequivocally allied with Israel, and they're actively taking notes on Israel's use of propaganda, military strategy, diplomacy against Palestine in order to use it back at home in Kashmir. And in the same way that any attack from the Palestinian resistance has a context, I mean, again, regardless of the value judgment that you want to place on the attack, they have historical context. There are like events leading up to it that have escalated into that attack. This also applies to Kashmir too. This specific case, the most recent context that you need to know about is how India in 2019 revoked Article 270 in its constitution, which gave Jammu and Kashmir special autonomous status under India, which, by the way, Kashmir should be independent in the first place, okay? Let's just get that out of the way. Kashmir should be independent in the first place, but India is making it less independent, even though it's already occupying. And I'm not letting Pakistan off the hook with this either. The reason this is complicated and you can't exactly compare it to Israel and Palestine is because both Pakistan and India have a vested interest in trying to maintain control over Kashmir. There is a Pakistan-occupied part of Kashmir as well, and while Pakistan is very happy to see unrest in India-occupied Kashmir, India is very happy to see unrest in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. Any of these complications, any of these groups that have their own agendas, Kashmir has a right to be independent and they deserve to be self-determined. And in the same way that no matter what Palestinians do, it doesn't justify the apartheid state of Israel, no matter what Kashmiris do, it doesn't justify India and Pakistan occupying.
Irish rap group Kneecap is reportedly being investigated by UK counter-terrorism police following their performance at the Coachella festival in the US last week. The group ended their set with bold pro-Palestine messages projected on stage, alongside chants supporting resistance. The band is also facing calls for their US visas to be revoked. Writing on social media, TV personality and music manager Sharon Osbourne said the hip-hop trio took their performance to a different level by incorporating aggressive political statements. The band replied, "Statements aren't aggressive, but murdering innocent children is." Kneecap have never shied away from politics and have been vocal supporters of the Palestinian people, often raising the conflict in their live performances even before the 2023 war started. The Irish rap group included messages in support of Palestine during their sets, which were not streamed on the festival's official YouTube page.
The Irish not so long ago were persecuted at the hands of the Brits, but we were never bombed from the skies with nowhere to go. The Palestinians have nowhere to go, it's their home, and they're bombing them from the skies. If you're not calling it a genocide, what the are you calling it? Free, free! Free, free! Free, free! Free, free!
On April 11th, during Kneecap's first Coachella performance, the group also faced criticism after leading an anti-Margaret Thatcher chant, which was again omitted from the festival's live stream, along with calls for a united Ireland. Cottage cheese is the latest food craze sweeping Australia thanks to a viral TikTok trend. The high-protein, low-calorie dairy snack has been flying off supermarket shelves as social media users share recipes and rave about its health benefits. Sales have skyrocketed, leaving major retailers struggling to keep up with demand. Some shoppers are even facing empty fridges in the dairy aisle. Do you remember the Dubai chocolate craze? That mouth-watering sweet is now causing an international pistachio shortage. Talk about TikTok's power, right? Let's rewind a bit and see how it all began and how we got here.
An international pistachio shortage, all because of a pregnancy craving? That's right. So a madam during her pregnancy had decided that she wanted something delicious and mixed up some toasted kunafa with pistachio cream, wrapped it up in a chocolate and ate it. She found it so delicious that her and her husband decided to start selling these bars, which went incredibly viral. These bars are sold out here in Dubai by a company named Fixed Chocolate. The bar itself I'm talking about is the Kunafa Get Enough. It is so good. It is a little pricey, and it's kind of exclusive on where you get it. It's really hard to get because it has to be kept refrigerated and it needs to be consumed within 3 days. So pretty much everyone and their mother has been making a copycat of this bar. Whether it be a chocolate bar, they're also turning into ice cream. Baskin-Robbins has a copy. Donuts, both Krispy Kreme and Dunkin' Donut. And desserts all around the world are popping up with the famous, what they call now, Dubai chocolate. That's the issue though, is everybody around the world wants to try this chocolate, so it's using up the world's supply of pistachios. Who would have thought that a simple pregnancy craving would actually change the world?
Where there's chocolate, coffee isn't far behind. And a cup of coffee in the morning is how we function despite, well, everything. Now, here's the hot take. Some say your favorite beverage order spills the beans on your personality. Is it science? Not exactly, but the internet has strong opinions.
The espresso. You're hardcore and straight to the point. You take coffee way more seriously than you take your business meetings.
Latte drinkers. You guys want to be real coffee drinkers, but let's be honest. You just want a warm beige beverage to hold while you chom it up on your friends. And that's okay.
The mocha. This may surprise some people, but I'm here for it. Chocolate and coffee? What's not to love about that? You're a confident person and isn't worried about the judgment of others and will drink whatever makes you feel good. Unless, of course, you drink a mocha every day, then you're a psychopath.
The flat white. You're either a teacher or you order a flat white, boiling hot with no froth. You're a creature of habit and you will never ever change your coffee order.
The long black Americano. You think you're better than everyone.
Oh, you drink your coffee with milk? I wouldn't even call that coffee. Crema. Pinkies up.
The soy latte. You're probably over 30, hate TikTok, and don't even know what a coffee is unless it's curdled and tastes like BO. But hey, you started the alternative milk trend, so thank you. The decaf latte. You're either pregnant, about to have an anxiety attack, or just live a very sad life. Yucky.
Think you're gonna win?
I'm pretty so.
No question about it.
Oh.
Bowling is more than hurling a ball towards pins. It takes more precision than actual skill to master the game. The sport brings friends and family together, but competition can get stiff. Now, scientists have discovered a formula that's bound to fuel rivalries. And with science comes accuracy. They've calculated how to achieve the perfect strike based on the rotation of a rigid body and laid out the exact conditions needed to achieve it. That includes the positioning of the ball and its path to secure the play under different scenarios.
Ball has to be released at 17.9 miles per hour at a 45-degree angle with a spin rate of 416 revolutions per minute. What's a 45-degree angle? This is accurate. Does it say anything about the ball size? Is the ball weight a thing? This one? They're all way too heavy. I have to throw it at a 45-degree angle, yeah? To guarantee a strike. And it has to be well oiled. I'll try again. I don't think it's 100% accurate. I'll give it one more go, and then we can officially say that this surely isn't true. Third and final go. If this goes in the go, I'm officially debunking Loughborough Uni. No, I don't want to get cancelled. I don't debunk it. You're probably right. I'm probably really bad at bowling. I've got nothing to say. I actually have nothing to say.
Sorry, scientists, but the formula doesn't seem to be as precise. But if more research does create a working technique, it will change the game for athletes who take part in professional events. Across tournaments, millions of dollars are up for grabs. The new discovery could lead to the emergence of new strategies and equipment designs. After months of grey skies and biting temperatures, it's time for sidewall cafes and maybe a spontaneous picnic or two. Spring is blooming and it's showing off through exquisite displays of tulips. In Istanbul, many are flocking to parks to soak up the spectacular scenes. It's embellished with more than 7.7 million tulips. Everyone thinks tulips come from the Netherlands, but the bulbs were actually sent back home by the Dutch ambassador to Turkey, way back in the 16th century. And that's our show. Find our latest stuff on YouTube and do subscribe to our channel. See you soon.